Hey everyone, Diana Rose. I'm the spiritual leader of Cool Shul. Here with another vlog for you that is inspired by one of my students who appeared in our online class this week with a cast on his arm. And how did he injure himself? It's a great story. It was from an overly passionate hug from Grandpa, who was newly vaccinated and so excited to get to hug his grandson that they lost their footing a little bit and fell. Grandpa is fine, I understand, but the young man ended up with a small fracture in his arm, which of course made me think about the fact that all of us who are getting vaccinated are soon going to be able to have some of those hugs again, and that we have to do it in a way where we don't break anyone's arm, literally or figuratively. We're going to have to be a little slow and careful. Now, how does this relate to Judaism? This week's Torah portion is actually perfect to connect with this. Tazria Mitzora is the best Torah portion ever if you're interested in medicine, because it deals with certain illnesses and conditions and how people who are suffering from those conditions sometimes have to be separated from the community, get better, declared better, and then reintegrated into society. Of course, the priests were our doctors of the time, and they were the ones in charge of this process. So giving a special attention, not so much to what happens when they're sick, but when they're well and ready to come back is what I would like to chat with you about. And so interestingly, in the Torah, when someone is suffering from this skin disease, that's usually translated as leprosy, but it's also thought that it's not really leprosy, it's some kind of skin disease, that they would have to separate themselves from the community. After the priest declares that they are now well and over the illness, they don't just jump right back into society. There's a really long process for them to return. They have to scrub their clothes. They have to shave their hair. They have to bathe. Then they wait 7 days and do it all over again before they're allowed back into their homes. And so it kind of makes you ask, if they were well, if they've been declared well, why do all of that? He's well now. There's no what is the bath going to do for him if he's already gotten over this illness? And it occurred to me that I don't think those 7 days and the double scrubbing has anything to do with the person who was inflicted. I think it really has to do with the people who are about to receive him back. As we've seen in our own experiences this year through COVID, there are lots of questions about how many days if you were exposed, how many days if you were sick, how many days if you traveled, how many days before the test. There's all of these points that we have to get to before we can be with other people and make sure that it's safe. And so I was thinking that I think the 7 days and the double scrubbing wasn't about the person who was ill. It's to make the rest of the people feel comfortable about the return. That way, the community can feel that not only was he declared well, but then he scrubbed and bathed and got rid of everything that was on him. Then he waited 7 days. Then he did it again. Surely by now, this individual is no longer suffering from the skin disease that he was suffering from before. And so the Torah is telling us to take it slow. It's telling us that you have to be really careful and that it's not about you, the one who wants to reintegrate, the one who wants to jump in and hug everyone. It's about the people you're about to hug and to make sure that they are ready, that they are comfortable. And so as we, hopefully all of you are getting vaccinated, and as we get to that point where we are able to really be together and engage together again, let's take it slow. Let's take it slow first just to make sure it's safe. But let's also take it slow to make sure that it's comfortable for those that we're going to be with. Not everyone is going to be ready to jump into concerts and movie theaters and restaurants at the same time. Some are going to be so ready to have all those experiences, and some of us might need a little more time, either because the science is telling us to be patient, or because we just haven't done it in a year and we're needing that extra little bit of time to get more comfortable and to get used to being in crowds and around other people again. And so let's just take that advice from the Torah and take the extra time, take the extra day, be a little extra careful, and let's take care of each other as we reintegrate into society, and make sure that those around us are ready to receive us and that it is a healthy and safe thing for us to reintegrate ourselves. So I hope you're well. I hope you're getting vaccinated. I hope that you're seeing the light at the end of this tunnel. And I also hope I'll see you next time. Bye.